Warning, this is a random episode. Some hypothetical topics asked and or discussed may not be suitable for all listeners. Viewer discretion is advised. Get out of here.
Okay, same premise. F, marry, kill. Red, yellow, blue. The colors.
Colors?
The colors. Red, yellow, blue. What are you going with?
That's really hard. Oh, because I love all of those colors.
You gotta kill one of them.
Oh my god, sunsets shall forever be changed. This is the hardest question. Okay, I'm not killing blue.
Okay.
Blue is staying in my life. I'm marrying blue.
Okay.
Blue and me are going the distance. Blue and me are gonna have many wonderful babies together.
Yeah, we'll share blue. I love blue too. I'm marrying blue. We'll share. I get it.
Yeah.
Blue's big enough for the both of us. Honestly,
one of those polyamorous relationships where we're not dating, but we know each other because our partner is just in the center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to 1000 Crazy Questions, the podcast. I'm your currently sane host, Houston Pierce. This is a podcast where we have on at least one guest a week and ask some series of crazy would you rather questions. We get into the psyche of our guests, explore topics and questions that maybe should not have been explored.
This week we have with us the trans non-binary writer reporting from the digital trenches of pop culture and politics. We have the unmatched Alex Mell-Taylor. Alex, if you want to introduce yourself a little bit to the listeners, for those who may not know you yet.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Houston. My name's Alex. I'm a cat lover. I love D&D, and I write culture commentary articles at Alex Has Opinions online.
Cool. What got you into that? I'm sure you get asked it all the time, but hey.
Actually, the most common joke I have is saying, "Hey, Alex, do you have opinions?" And that's said all the time. But I got it because I just loved cinema and movies and culture. And I think it's just a very important thing to sort of fixate on. And it's something that I've always loved. As I say, I love dying on hills. And if there's a hill out there, I've died on it. So that's my perspective on movies.
Okay, I'm a film nerd myself, but just to establish where we are. So are you more Marvel or DC? And are you more Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, that is so tough. So from a comics perspective, I am more of a DC person. I think Far Sector is one of the best comics that has been published, which is controversial. And I like the MCU more though, from a film standpoint. And then Star Trek and Star Wars is so tough. I'd rather live in the Federation, but Star Wars I like more.
I would applaud if it wouldn't mess up the audio, because I agree. I 100% agree with that. Yeah, definitely more of a DC fan, but it's undeniable that Marvel's just done better with their movies. I mean, granted, lately, as of the time of this recording, they have been terrible. But, I mean, not terrible, but they've been falling off. But it's still better than what DC's doing. And at the time of this recording, Superman hasn't come out yet, which is, I really, really hope that's good. Yeah.
I hope so as well. Even though most of the MCU this year has been or last year I should say, has been duds. Even last year you get something like Agatha All Along, which is me and my friends, we watched that every week. It was an event. So I'm just not seeing that on the DC side.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they have Creature Commandos. They had that. That was good.
Yeah, you're right. That was good.
That was good. I mean, I thought it was good. Hey, and the Penguin was really good. I'll stand by the Penguin.
That's true. I also like a lot of the James Gunn verse. So Peacemaker, I think, is really good. I loved the Suicide Squad. Not to be confused with Suicide Squad. So there's some I really like out there.
Yeah, they have to put the in front of it so you know it's good. The Batman, the Suicide Squad, the pizza, I don't know. But yeah, man, there's a lot to jump into, honestly. While making this episode or pulling questions for it, I found out I actually had a lot and I couldn't even get to all of that I could have put in here. So I think let's get started on this.
Let's do it.
Audience, here are the rules of the game.
There are 2 rules to this game/conversation.
Rule number 1, you must always answer the question no matter what. If you honestly have no preference towards one or the other, you say the phrase, flip a coin, and we move on. Rule number 2, whoever asks the question doesn't have to answer it if they choose not to. These rules exist because as questions become harder to answer, these rules become harder to follow. This week we have a Red Band episode, so the questions asked and topics discussed will not be that family friendly. If you have sensitive ears or you are 5, go check out a different version of this podcast that is meant for like more families and such. They're called Blue Episodes. I labeled them in the description, and yeah, go check them out. They're just as funny, insightful, entertaining, and ridiculous as this one. Otherwise, stay right here and listen to the rest of this episode. Alex, just want to remind you, if any questions for me, you're never interrupting this back and forth podcast. I'm posing these questions at you, but you can throw them back at me. Quick but important disclaimer to the listeners, everything is hypothetical. If you're offended by this episode, sorry. I mean, you can at me. I may or may not answer. It depends if I care or not. And you chose to listen to this. And lastly, before we begin, Alex, is there anything you'd like to ask or declare? Are there any inherent mental biases you may have?
Well, sure, probably tons. I live in a society, but let's get dirty. Let's do this.
Okay, great answer. True. All right, intro question. Low stakes. Would you rather have no elbows or no knees?
Ooh, that is tough because so I feel sort of pride with my elbows. I'm double jointed, so I can literally turn my joints all around and almost give myself CPR. So I take a sort of pride in that. So I'm going to say I'd rather have no knees because I much would prefer to have my elbows.
What? Okay, wait, sorry, I'm processing. So you can give yourself...
Yeah.
The video will be available later, but audio comes out first. And
yeah,
people who heard that, her elbows went one.
Yeah.
Pressed on yourself, your chest? I can't. Can I do that? No, I don't think I can. I'm not going to try it, I don't think.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
No, but what about running and bending down or...
So that's fair, but my main activity is rock climbing. That's how I stay in shape. So I can do that with my hands, even though it will be harder, rather than with no knees. That's sort of where I'm at. I'm going through the practicalities of my day to day, and I'm just I don't have to move anywhere. I'm good.
You're okay walking like a Lego character. You're fine.
Exactly.
You're okay with that.
Yep.
At least you get to eat normal.
That's true.
Yeah. I think... I kind of agree with you, I guess. I think just because of eating and throwing and punching or whatever, not that I punch my daily life, but if I had to, I can't imagine doing that with no elbows or even just defending myself at all. You need your hands for... Yeah, you see, that's awkward.
Yeah, you'd be like this all the... I guess you could do it, but you'd be
It's more like a slap. Or you can rear your whole body back with your torso. That's not going to work.
You're typing.
No. Oh, that's typing.
I meant this would be you.
Well, that's easy.
You'd have your hands extended all the way out to type. It'd be very hard.
That's not what I'm worried about. I guess it's cooking or... I don't know. Anything meticulous. I like my knees though, but I guess I agree with you. I'll get rid of them to keep dexterity up here. Oh, that would suck.
Yeah,
that would freaking suck.
It's would you rather though.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, we're moving on. Speaking of which one's worse, would you rather be right about everything or be the best at whatever you do?
Okay, so I would rather be the best at whatever I do because this is going to seem left field. Have you seen the 4th season of The Boys?
Oh, dang it. Unfortunately, yes, I have.
So, yeah, it wasn't the best season, but there's a character that they introduced in that called Sister Sage. And this is sort of spoiling a very minor point, but she's the smartest person in the world. And one of her subplots is that she tries to cure her grandmother who is dying of cancer, and she literally cures it but she presents it to like a board of people and no one fucking listens to her. And so I'm just like, you could be the smartest person in the world, but if no one listens to you, it does you nothing. And so I would rather be really good at what I do so that at least, we live in capitalism. At least I make money. Well, you just like, if you're the smartest person in the world, and well, you're never wrong. So I'm interpreting that as being the smartest person in the world. Ooh, what's the distinction? I'm curious.
I mean,
Am I rewriting reality? Like I say something and it becomes true?
I don't. Well, the show can do that. But I mean, in this question, I'm not too sure if being right means that you are right. Okay, like,
ooh.
I think it's more like people would think you're right. There's objective truth. So I don't even know how this would go. Because if you say 2 + 2 = 16, you're wrong. But in this, you'd have
never
to
mind.
be
I take that.
You'd have to. Everyone just kind of believes, even if, because if we just believe 2 + 2 = 16, for example, then I guess we're right, even though that's wrong. But if everyone thinks you're right and you're right about everything, 2 + 2 = 16, I guess. Like I think that'd have to be the way it would work.
So I'm Kilgrave. I am Kilgrave.
I think so. I mean, you can't tell someone to go walk off a cliff, but like, hey, that's different. That's a different thing.
You could be like, you only like walking off cliffs. You could be terrible at this. Okay, give me this god power.
You're weaponizing this, and that's how I intended.
I choose the god power.
Huh. I mean, okay. Well, dang it. I don't know. The other one's godly, isn't it? You're the best at whatever. If you choose to be a brain surgeon, you're the best brain surgeon. If you choose to be a race car driver, you're the best race car driver. That's crazy.
So you're telling me I can pick up any skill?
If you choose to be the best, if you choose it, then you're going to be the best at it.
Okay, this is tough because this is the opposite of the last one. This is like, can you brainwash people sort of indirectly, or do you have any skill whatsoever? No, I still pick the brainwashing one.
Would you kill grave people? Oh no.
Absolutely. But I would do it in a way I think is good, I guess. Yeah. I'd be like, we should feed people. Or like, I'd be like enshrining rights. I'd be like Jedi mind tricking people into rights. I'd be like, yeah, everyone has an entitlement to food.
I guess you need a platform for that, though. It's like you need a platform still. Like you still need to work your way up through different ladders or whatever. Like, I guess you say, hey, we're best friends. We've been best friends forever to someone empowered. Like, yeah, they're right. We have been best friends forever. I guess there's an easy way to get up there, to climb a ladder, but you still need to find a platform. But then again, people always agree with you, sort of.
You can walk right into the house office building. Anytime in DC, you could just go right into that building and be like, we're best friends.
I guess so. You can't arrest me. No, you don't have handcuffs over there. They're right.
A cop tries to arrest you.
It'd be so weird. And for people watching, like, what? I guess, but because it's kind of a one-on-one thing, but still, it's.
I have diplomatic immunity.
You would.
I always have had diplomatic immunity.
You're scaring me. Which one are you? You're picking this?
This is too much power. I don't know if I want this.
I didn't know it was this powerful until you said that you can brainwash people effectively. I guess you can. Yeah, I guess you can.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Don't trust me with superpowers.
Okay, well, speaking of swaying people, would you rather have the phases of the moon dictate how you feel, or have to be told how you feel by your closest friend all the time?
The phases of the moon.
Really?
Okay. Last time I didn't reason into it. I just went with my gut. So let's try to reason with this because I feel like I may stumble into something. My logic here is that I'm giving my friend way too much power. Like, this friend will suddenly be able to dictate how I feel about everything. And despite just saying that I wanted that in the previous question, I don't want the situation reversed on me. So I
The house speaker is your best friend, and you don't want him to tell you how
No.
you feel.
no, I feel like they would be like the mule to me from like Isaac Asimov's Foundation, where they just like dictate my emotional reality, and it's like you could gaslit someone real easy like that. Like you're like, oh, you hurt me, and they're like, you don't feel that way. I'm like, oh, I guess I don't. I hate that. Well, the phases of the moon, it's just random, and and the moon is predictable. You can like predict how you're gonna feel on certain days, and so it's like if you feel like really murderous on like one day, you like treat it like lycanthropy, and you lock yourself in a basement, and you're like, okay, I'm just not gonna be out this day.
I guess I was thinking like the moon has 12 phases, right? So I was thinking, or I guess 24, because, or is it 20? Is it 12? I guess it's 12 because it wanes and it waxes.
Yeah.
I think it's 12. Okay, so there's like 12 emotions, I think, that you can kind of, that you can kind of have broadly within a couple of days. So like, oh, I'm broadly happy. I'm broadly pissed off. I'm broadly sad. I'm broadly hungry. I don't know. Insert emotion here. Murderous, I guess. Is it emotion? Sure. Vengeful or murderous intent. Yeah, that is an emotion. So if you're going, you would be able to predict it, but you're like, what if your, God forbid, a loved one dies, right, on a happy moon day? Like you're kind of just, it's conflicting what the moon says you should be. You're like, oh, okay, I'll just write it down. I'm okay with it. Whatever, you have a job interview coming up, something, and like, but your moon is not in position, and like for optimally to be there. Are you okay with that?
Like it would suck on those days. Like 100% would suck. I'm just assuming it would just be my reality. So I think I would just perceive it differently. It's like, I'm like, okay, I feel sadness here and I feel anger at this time, and that's just me. And so like, it would be on my job to like channel it, I guess. Like if I'm angry on certain days, it's like sort of my responsibility not to punch people.
I guess so.
Just because I'm angry doesn't mean I can do that. So I don't know. That's where I lie on it. But like, you're right. It would be hard. Like if there was just like a random thing, I'm really uncomfortable with a friend being like, you should be sad right now. You just lost a loved one. Be sad. And then it like, I don't know.
But they're right. And they're your closest friend.
It's true.
They do have your best interest at heart. At least if you picked your friends right, they have your best interest at heart.
That's true. Like, for whatever reason, I'm okay leaving my emotions to an abstract cosmic entity than I am an individual person.
It's a rock in space, and you're going to let it tell you what to do.
Exactly. All hail the magical rock. You can start a religion out of that.
A rock? I'm sure there is something. I'm sure there's something. The moon is... on the moon, I'm sure. If the sun got worshipped, I'm certain the moon got its fair share. Speaking of problematic, what is the most problematic Disney movie, in your opinion?
Like...
Wide open, what do you think? A wide open question.
Oh, that's really hard because they've done so many problematic ones. Like, I'm just going to go with the one where they, like, took it out of circulation because they're so ashamed of it, which is Songs of the South. That one, Disney's so ashamed of that, like, you cannot watch it. Like, there's, like... Tres Amigos or Three Amigos or something. You can find that on Disney Plus.
I like
if
that
you want.
one. Yeah, that one's sweet. I mean, there's like a couple in a like sort of like moments, but they put the thing in front of it, and the rest of it's just colorful music.
Yeah. So, because Disney's like, listen, a couple parts don't hold up.
Yeah.
But here you go. We're putting a little title card because we're okay with it. While Songs of the South, they're just like, it's in a landmine.
Yeah. That's true. I've never even seen it. I just know about it. I can't find it anywhere. I mean, I guess I haven't dug far enough, but it's
the only thing I know about it. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I've seen it because I had a really not terrible, but like I had like one of those teachers that's like, you should see this. And so they showed it to everyone when I was like in 4th grade. And it was a little terrifying. Yeah, but the song Zippity Doodah comes from that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I know about it, too. Zippity Doodah, I think.
It's I would say that's my answer.
I mean, okay. To argue that one a little bit, so I agree with you. It's problematic, but I don't know if it's as bad as, because they know it's bad, they've hid it, they've buried it. Is it as bad as something that's more out there, that's kind of clumsily problematic? Something I think of all the time that I thought of, and then Matt Pat, I think from Film Theory / Game Theory, said this later on, but like he had a video later on. I thought it before he said it. Okay, but he has a video about explaining it. But Zootopia, I have a bone to pick with. It's a good movie. It's a nice film, and I don't think the heads at Disney maybe thought of this or it was an oversight. I don't think they're evil for not thinking about this. But the animals in Zootopia, there's prey and predators, and the prey don't like the predators because their ancestors used to eat them. They have reason within their world to fear predators, and sort of like natural evolutionary reasons. They have claws and teeth. These things will kill you, and to fear predators. And it's about race relations and stuff like that. And so the movie takes place. Oh, you're a stereotype here, Sly Fox. Oh, you're dumb money, whatever. And yay, race, let's get along. Yeah, so, okay, fine. Talking animals, cool, whatever. It's a nice enough movie on the surface. However, I don't think that correlates well with actual race relations, at least in America, because black and white people, there's no evolutionary reason to fear black people more than white people or any other race more than they're people. There's no backstory. I mean, I guess there's a reason for black people to dislike or hate white people given history, but there's no evolutionary, there's no one race was literally designed to kill you and eat you. Like a lion eating a gazelle is natural. A black person killing a white person is kind of just murder. People are people. I think that one-to-one is lost. And again, this is an actual video, or this point was made on Film Theory, but I thought it and I was like, yes, they're saying it, but it's weird. And also, another bone, there's no birds in Zootopia or lizards. Where the heck are they? What's going on? Zootopia? Tell me what you're hiding. Anyway, so I think that even more than Song of the South, because it's widely available and all kids see it, and it's a hidden sort of, it's almost subliminal-ish, is more problematic. I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm sorry.
No, my head was nodding so much, it's sore. Disney does this so much, right? Another movie that is almost identical to what you're talking about is Elemental. That came out, and you have this sort of other elements don't like each other, but certain elements in that movie literally have trouble interacting because of physics, I guess, like fire and water. And it's a messy allegory, right? The allegory doesn't always translate over well. And you see that's I would say that's a common trope. Yes, Zootopia does that. I think a lot of films do that. I think that the metaphorical racism trope where someone has some version of an enhanced ability that actually sort of makes them a little scary, is a fair criticism. You see that with vampires, you see that with werewolves, you can, yeah, I agree with you.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, no, it's the same. It's I get what you're going for, and good job. I don't hate Zootopia. It's a nice enough movie. It's in those other what you just said. You just told me the name of the movie. I'm forgetting. Hold on. Say it again. The name of you just told Elemental. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's nice enough. It's fine. Elemental is decent. The allegory's messy. Yeah. Also, last thing, Zootopia. Try Everything. The song. Hella problematic. I'm sorry. I know people won't take that literally, but kids take things literally. Do not try everything. Oh, anyway, some things. Yeah, all right, I'm done. No, they're being sweet. Yay, they don't mean it, but don't try heroin. Don't. All right.
Well, now I will.
I didn't think I was going to walk into that. I'm sorry. All right, let's go into a different question, different raunchy question. Actually, this next one. So, fair warning. Would you rather only be able to be turned on in public restrooms or be asexual? I don't know what your sexuality is, but it's up. I don't know if you're asexual already. Otherwise, this question's broken. But yeah,
I'm not asexual.
Okay.
I'm sort of just like, I'm indifferent to either of these. I don't know. Like, only being turned on in public bathrooms is what you're saying?
Yes.
I guess I would just develop a kink for public sex, I guess. I would just like always be having sex in like public urinals, which people do. I don't know. I'm like,
it's the only part that I'm like, that's the only way you can be into it. The only way that you're like actually enjoying yourself is in a public restroom.
yeah. Not to yuck someone's yum.
Yeah.
But it's not my, I don't know, I'd be too nervous with a restroom specifically. Like, if you had told me this, where it's like, you're like, you can only be turned on in a park, or you can only be turned on in a closet, I'd be like, okay.
No. You don't pick nice places. No.
Yeah, like, those are like, you can hide enough, but like a public restroom is, I would just be like so nervous that at any moment someone will walk in. And like, but I guess people have been doing it forever.
The weird thing is that you haven't mentioned the smell or the hygienist. I can't think of the word. Hygiene of it all. You're not bothered by that.
Men are gross. I don't know. I not like in a loving way, but like, so I disclosure attracted to men and mass presenting people. And I have just noticed that, you know, the smell comes up a lot. It's a common problem. And I'm like, would I enjoy it? Not necessarily, but would it be something I could get used to really quickly? Yes, 100%. The smell is like something I'm like, okay, that's where we are.
You'd even quit. You're like, okay.
It's, you know, love men. Men are great. Hygiene, not always.
I have nothing to say. As a member of males, yeah, I have nothing to say. Not gonna defend that.
Yeah.
But are you picking the public restroom?
I'm picking the public restrooms. Let's do it.
Okay. What's wrong with being asexual? Why do you hate asexuals? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not. It's not the type of podcast. I just wanted.
No, tell the aces to come for me. I'm sure I have sublimated ace phobia, and we should have a conversation. At me, I'm not on Twitter, but you can find me somewhere online.
Before we move on, too, there actually is weird ace hate for some reason, and I actually don't get it. I really, like, you know, there's a reason to, not that there's a reason for hatred, but I see there's like background for like, you're gay, that goes against my religion. You're trans, that goes against, my religion. You're asexual, I don't understand. Like, well, huh? Like, it's very neutral. It feels like a very neutral thing, and I actually don't get it. And not that you should hate anything for any reason, but asexuals, like, who's coming? What are you hating on? They're not messing with anyone. Sorry, I've heard those ace hate. I actually completely don't get it. Not that, because it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I totally get it. I think when it comes to asexual people, which it's just not as even well understood in our society as trans people. I think trans people have more exposure than asexual people. To answer your question seriously, because I love a good religious back and forth or whatever, it's this, there's like a bias in it as well, because it's like, if you want to get all biblical, like, the go forth and multiply thing, right? Like, have as many babies as possible.
But it's not a. Okay. Because I don't understand, as a religious man myself, because to put myself in background, I am someone from that background. I am a practicing Christian, right? I don't. That line, go forth and multiply, is not something to be like, so why aren't you out there fucking, like, what? It's not a, no one's ever, what? I don't get it. And I don't, I get, like, not to defend too much, but I don't hate what you're doing, you should not hate other people for what they're doing. And asexuality seems like literally the most harmless thing. Literally. Yeah. Like, I don't get it.
No, I agree with you, and like, I'm a religious person too, and I like. Listen, Jesus was. Sorry if this is getting too out there.
Go.
Jesus was a really kind person, right? Like Jesus, if we're looking at the Bible, very nice, befriending sex workers, kind to a lot of people. Like he wouldn't care about.
He wouldn't give a single. Just like his ace people, he wouldn't give a single fuck. All right, I'm sorry, but
no, you're right.
I'm sorry. No, I don't get it. Go forth and I mean, yeah, but you don't have to. They also said occupy the earth, which means you could go build trains and not mess with anyone. I mean, we have enough people. Most everyone has sex, so if one or two people elect no, okay. I don't know. I feel like I went on a weird rant because for not understanding the mindset of someone who can get angry at that. But yeah.
You're all good.
Well, speaking of having sex, do you know the game F, Marry, Kill, Fuck, Marry, Kill, that game?
Yes, I love this game.
Okay, it's this game. So I have 3 sets of questions. First set of FMK, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. What are you going with?
Well, TikTok's already dead. So I guess I could bring it back from the grave. Okay.
Well, TikTok's alive. What do you mean?
You know, I haven't followed the news on that. I just heard that it's back.
You didn't hear? Oh, TikTok was dead for like an hour. TikTok's been alive. Yeah, honestly, TikTok's been alive for it's back. It's fully back.
This is breaking news to me.
It's alive. When this comes out, it'll be like even more so like, where was she at?
So I'm not on TikTok. So that probably tells you.
Yeah.
So I have TikTok, Instagram. Did you say Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Kill Facebook.
Okay, yeah, of course.
That needs to be dead. I think I would fuck TikTok because I think that TikTok is really good in short periods of time, but I can't have a long-term relationship with it, and I've been afraid to, which is why I have not been following TikTok, because I'm just like, if I get a TikTok, this is going to feel like an abusive relationship. I'm going to be on there all the time. And so I'll marry Instagram because as I feel like I can just have a healthy relationship with Instagram. That's my perspective there.
Yeah. That's very healthy. Yeah. Honestly, love that for you. Legit.
I love it for me too.
Yeah. What if I replaced Facebook with X? Does that change your answer?
Oh, that's really hard. No, it doesn't change my answer.
Okay.
Are you asking me to choose between Facebook, X, and Instagram?
Actually, okay. Let's get rid of Instagram. Let's get rid of Bay. Let's get rid of Instagram. Let's say TikTok, Facebook, X, because Instagram's too much. It's too desirable. Get them out of here. You got three scrubs in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna kill X.
Okay.
Because I think me and X, it's like we're in a high noon sort of duel-like situation where only one of us is walking out alive. So yeah, that needs to happen. I guess I switch over to marrying TikTok because at least it will be good to me sometimes. And fucking Facebook, I don't think it will be a good fuck. And I think they won't treat me right in the moment, but I just need to get through it.
Hey, yeah, I think you're right. I think you picked wisely. Both times, I think you picked wisely.
Thank you.
Okay, same premise. F, Marry, Kill. Red, yellow, blue. The colors.
Colors?
The colors. Red, yellow, blue. What are you going with?
That's really hard. Oh, because I love all of those colors.
You gotta kill one of them.
Oh my god. Sunset shall forever be changed. This is the hardest question. I guess okay. I'm not killing blue.
Okay.
Blue is staying in my life. I'm marrying blue.
Okay.
Blue and me are going the distance. Blue and me are going to have many wonderful babies together.
Yeah, we'll share blue. I love blue too. I'm marrying blue.
We'll
share. I get it.
Yeah.
Blue's big enough for the both of us. Honestly,
we're one of those polyamorous relationships where we're not dating, but we know each other because our partner is just in the center. Yeah.
This is enough person for the both of us, and we're both chill with it. We're both good.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad. We're just have you seen Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Blue's great.
I love. Yeah.
I guess I'm killing Red, and I'm having sex with Yellow. I think Yellow will be a little intense. I think so, only brief periods, but I think Red, I don't know, anger problems. I just see anger problems.
I get it. I think Yellow and Red are a bit weird for me. I might have to switch the two, honestly. I don't know. I like Red. Red is kind of the opposite of Blue-ish in my mind, so I need Red. I don't know. I like it. I like it. And Yellow gets very annoying sometimes. It's just, it just can be. But yeah. I don't know. I might agree with you. I think I agree with you. Okay.
You pick you. I can see the case for killing Yellow. You have bees.
Yeah.
The sun.
What's really yellow out there? The sun? Like, the sun is... Who needs that?
I guess the sun is both red and yellow, so I guess it's... I don't know. But, yeah, I feel you.
Okay, so this one is weird, and I have to ask you your sexual preference to even ask you this one. It's men, right? You're attracted to men.
So I am attracted... Okay, so the world's now learning what I'm attracted to.
Okay.
I am attracted to masculinity.
Oh, okay.
So if someone is like a really butch woman, attracted to that. A really masculine non-binary person, attracted to that. Like a really masculine man, attracted to that. A really feminine man, no.
Got it. Okay, Okay, that changes up this question a lot. So it's still F, marry, kill, but I had characters floating around. So now I have to, okay.
Through curveball.
This is a good curveball because it forces me to like reorganize these people. Okay, so F, marry, kill. Raphael from the Ninja Turtles, She-Hulk, and Elphaba from Wicked.
Oh, that's so hard. Okay, well, I'm not killing Elphaba.
Okay.
I'm not
it
killing
wouldn't be hard. Just a spray bottle of something.
That's true. Yeah, I see where you're going, but I have a kinship with Elphaba. She's just so... Yeah, you fight that system, Elphaba. You go for that. I think I would... Okay. Oh, this is going to sound...
It's okay. Walk us through.
This is going to sound so raunchy.
Okay.
I would fuck She-Hulk.
Okay.
Because I really love how muscular she is, and I would really be into the idea of her transforming and us having like a quickie while she is hulking out. Like, I think that'd be fantastic. I love that. Let's all that. I would marry Elphaba because I respect her vision. Let's destroy Oz together, baby. You are my ride or die. We will fight this system, and I have your back. I'm not going to be a Glenda to you. I'll be your Firo. Let's do this. And then, who's the other one?
The Raphael, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, like, he's just there. I wouldn't want to kill him. It would be like a flushing him down the toilet sort of situation. You're just like, okay, bye.
Yikes. Okay. Yikes. Quick thought here while you were saying that. Just She-Hulk, you saw the series, I assume, the She-Hulk
Attorney at Law. Yeah.
Wasn't her whole thing was that she didn't like to be sexually objectified as She-Hulk? And you're like, yeah, I want to objectify her. You're like, yeah, no, I want the green.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, yeah, I
she
get it.
Actively was like me for me, and then and there was a whole thing of like people like, I like the big green stuff. You know, that guy was like, yeah, she's She-Hulk, she's the best, and like, and she's not. And she was like all hurt by it. Isn't that whole thing with her? And you're gonna bang on that abusement. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't want to date me because I am the person she doesn't want to be with. That's why we're not getting in a relationship, because I would want to be that person. And she'd be like, I feel like you don't see me for me. I'm like, yeah, no, this is a quickie. There's no relationship developing here. I don't want to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
I'll be very upfront about it though. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm not going to deceive you. This isn't a date.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least you're you're upfront about it.
Yeah.
At least you're upfront about it. Okay, well done. You've passed the fuck, marry, kill gauntlet. You did it. Good job.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, enjoy your relationships and your murders. Yeah.
I feel spiritually fulfilled.
Yeah. I'm glad I was able to help with that. Okay, back to the regularly scheduled questions. How much do you think does social media influence your life, and how much does it influence the average person's life?
Well, that's a fantastic question. A shit ton. I'm on a podcast right now. I think it, like, I don't know, I'm a person that makes money on the internet, so social media impacts my life a lot. My main bread and butter is Medium, which is like sort of a half blogging site, half social media. So I am glued to a lot of screens. I literally have in my to-do list to touch grass every day, just so I don't detach from reality. So yeah, it affects a lot of people. I think that it affects the average person a lot too, because I think that it influences all of how we get information, and it also influences the sites that like aren't social media to like news people and all that stuff. They're like curating all of their information so it can be shared on social media. So it's like, even if you don't consume social media, you're probably consuming information that has curated itself so that it can be shared on social media. So I think it affects all of us, no matter whether you're online or not.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. Do you think that there's a change, like generationally, that we just kind of distrust social media a bit more now? I think there was that whole documentary that came out on Instagram or Facebook about, oh, look what it's doing to people. We knew it was already destructive before then, but there was that really cheesy documentary that came out. And I think we are very aware, I would say we, I mean like our generation, is very aware that you can't really trust everything you see in news. You can't really trust news anymore, anywhere really. And I think we're very distrustful of what we see and what we can take every day. Do you think there's that change or that awareness is like going to help us, or do you think even like the younger generation that's Gen Alpha, I quote because generations are made up, whatever, but do you think Gen Alpha and people who are born today will even be able to see that? Like, do you think, what I'm trying to say, if I can boil it down, is that distrust is strong enough to shield us from the harmful impacts of social media, or is it too weak? Is it something that only we have as being a bit older, or is it, or the new generation, will they even have it?
That's a really tough question. I think the older generations were more fried from social media than our generation. Like, I think social media cooked a lot of the boomers. Like, I think it destroyed them in a way that I had not anticipated, because I think they didn't, as you were saying, they didn't develop that sort of like etiquette and that sort of immune system. So they like, I'm speaking in broad brushes. Some of my best friends are boomers. So in terms of like the younger generations, I think that it has effed a lot of their attention spans in a way that we won't know. We will not have the information on this for like a decade, right? Like, but in a decade, longitudinal studies will come out that like assess the effects, and then we'll know something that like, because it's like, the recommendations are you don't put your child on an iPad if it's like below 2 years old or something. And every parent in America is doing that. So it's like, I don't know what that's going to look like. I think that's going to like mess up the generation in a unique way, in the same way that we were uniquely messed up by like television and stuff. And it's like, it's hard for me to even anticipate it. I'm trying to be like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea what it's going to be like. It's going to be different. It's going to be real different.
Yeah. Do you think, not to get too political, I guess, but do you think there's something that we should be doing state-wise, government-wise to limit that? Or is it kind of just up to the parents?
That's a great question. What is our, we can't pass laws. Sure. Sure.
We almost got rid of TikTok. Kind of. Not really. It lasted 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But there was a threat and people were taking it seriously, and it would have been fully enacted if, who was it that signed it? I don't know. I forget if it was Biden or Trump. I think it was Trump who made a deal with the Chinese guy who owns TikTok. But yeah, I think it was Trump that revived it. But Biden was also going to cancel the thing, and it was going to, there are ways.
No, yeah, maybe that will happen. I don't have much faith in like something like that being regulated. Yeah, ideally there would be a situation where we would sort of regulate social media in the same way we do gambling, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't know this stuff, but like sort of the parents are the only ones that have any control over the situation, because it's like we can't really pass laws. So it's like, yeah, if you're a parent, you should definitely limit your child's access to like a screen, especially if they're really young. Like wait till they're 10 or something before they get an access to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I have a niece who's really young, and I know she's about to turn 2, and she's turning 2 in a couple days at the time of this recording, actually.
Congrats.
And yeah, she has a pad. She has a... But they regulate it like, oh, no, there's nothing on it. It's a bunch of baby, crap. But there's nothing on it. She doesn't have YouTube on it. It's just very select Baby Shark videos and ABC things. That's all. Please don't say me.
You said Baby Shark.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. I'm sorry. I'm begging you.
Yeah, give her 2 years and she'll be watching YouTube videos of other children playing.
Yeah, that's true. I have a niece who's like 6 or 7. I think she's about to turn 7, I believe. And yeah, she watches full regular kid YouTube. So yeah, and we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to give a bummer.
No, you're fine. Well, speaking of bummer, we're approaching the end of this. Know that eating fruit will make your genitalia stink or grow hair everywhere on your body when you are scared or threatened.
Ooh, the stinky genitalia I think I'm gonna go with.
For the fruit? Okay.
The fruit. Like when I eat fruit, it's stinky. I'll just find people that are into that. I'll just be like, do you like it stinky? Okay, I'm gonna eat some fruit now. It'll become its own thing.
Well, I mean, I guess. I guess that's true. You can do the same thing with the second one, though. You can find people into hair.
Yeah, but I don't like hair.
Okay.
I'm like, plus, I feel like if you're ever frightened, like it's a dead giveaway where someone's like, are you afraid of me right now? And I couldn't be like, no, I'm not. My hair just grows.
You say it with a straight face. No. It's just piles. No. It just looks so serious.
I guess I could create like a rug business out of this. Like I just start shaving myself. I watch horror movies.
Oh, you see, there's something. I guarantee someone's going to be into that. Oh, okay. Well done with that one. To close this out, I'm an open-ended question here, and I'm sure you've gotten this before, but what superpower would you want if you could pick any superpower?
Ooh. So I know we talked briefly about the Kilgrave superpower. And I think I shouldn't have one. I shouldn't have that because I'd be morally irresponsible with that power. And I don't think anyone should have that power in all actuality. So I'm not going to pick that. Okay. So this is something that I think would be as non-violent as possible, but something that like is similar to the Kilgrave power, but in a way that wouldn't hurt someone's autonomy that much. Have you ever seen Sense8?
No, I'm sorry.
It's this like show where like 8 people get randomly connected and they can like swap feelings and memories and experiences. I would like to be able to do that to people, like have like a Sense8 power where I can just like force people to have an empathetic bond with each other and be like, nope, you're going to work this out. You two feel things for each other now. You're going to understand each other's experiences. And like, I feel like it would actually help. Like, you'd get people that are like really mean to each other or like just like hurt each other. And you're just like, bam, empathy powers. Yeah.
That's interesting. That is really
the Teletubby power.
Teletubby power. I haven't heard of that before. I also haven't heard of this before. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's still a little bit emotionally manipulative, though.
100%.
But you're like, okay, yeah, you're fine. Yeah. What's the limit? Is it like 8 people, like since 8, or is it like one person to another person? Can you help people to yourself, or is it you could 2 random people? Like,
in Sense8, it's 8 random people. I would like to like be able to control it. It's like I go back and forth on this because it's like, you're right, it is manipulative. And it's like, well, is it better than punching someone? Like, if I was super strong, that power necessitates that I would probably hurt people to like...
Not necessarily.
That's true.
Jessica Jones is strong and she's a detective.
That's true. I would say she hurts people with her words.
Yeah, no, that's actually more weapon than her fists are.
Yeah. God, I love that show.
That's a great show. Yeah. I think to answer the question a little bit myself, I've thought about this a lot actually, but I'm a bit of a weird thinker, if you couldn't tell. So I think I would pick to just, this is manipulative, but not to people. This is manipulative, like temporally. I would freeze time because I think a lot of issues come with going forward in time and back in time. I think all your problems start there. But if you just pause it and play, you're fine. If I could just freeze time to have, physics act the same and then unfreeze it, I'm good. Because you still have consequences to your actions, just less consequences. Like there's no going back in time consequences, I guess. Yeah, and I would use it for small stuff. I mean, sure, I can rob a bank or whatever, but I use it for small things. Like I'm at a bar or something. I'm talking to someone, they insult me, pause, think of a great comeback. Just play. That's not what your mother said, play. You're like, oh, they don't know. It took me 15 minutes to think of that line. That completely original killer line I just spoke took me 10 minutes to think of, and they don't know. I don't know. Just doing things like that. And have you seen Click with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, that's a guilty pleasure for me. I like that movie. It's bad, but I like it. It's
nice. Okay, it's okay, I think. I don't think you need to feel that guilty about it.
Yeah, it's not high cinema or whatever, but
yeah, sure.
I love it.
Yeah. That's what I was going with, but sensing people, I like it. But that's a pretty good one. I wouldn't jump for it, but I like it. It's pretty good.
I really like freezing time. I would rest so much. The naps I would take.
Yeah. Would you punch someone and then push play, then pause it, punch them, push play? Would you do that?
So this is like wild, but for me, I would use that power to like get people across, like get people from like A to B, like locations that they want to go to. Where it's like, if it's very difficult, like,
oh boy,
like if someone is like needs to cross the street, I would just pause it and like help them get across it. Like if someone just misses their bus, have you ever seen a situation where someone needs to get to the bus and they don't have enough time? I would freeze time, carry that person to the bus.
Yeah.
And just put them inside.
Yeah. That's very nice. That's like a guardian angel type stuff, but that's nice. Tell me why, though. I don't know why I thought you were alluding to pausing and helping someone cross an international border and pushing play. I don't know why I thought that.
Sure, why not?
Wow.
Like,
Sure, you could.
sure. Like, I don't know. Borders suck. I don't know. Am I allowed to say that? But no, I was thinking of helping people across the street or into buses.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, of course. Crossing the street and crossing the international border are two different things. And you know what? Shame on me for thinking that you were. Which, if you did help someone cross the border, that's your own prerogative. I'm just saying. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was a little rambly there, so I get where the logic train went.
Okay, you're fine. Everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of That's Some Crazy Questions. We're going to end it there. Alex, I want to hand over the spotlight to you before we go. Is there anything you want to plug or tell listeners in general?
Yeah, so you can find me at alexhasopinions.com on Instagram, website. I'm mostly on Medium. I also am part of a writers collective called After the Storm magazine, and we pay for stories about speculative fiction that imagines better futures. So, yeah, read my random opinions, and if you want a little hope and optimism in your life, go to afterthestormmagazine.com.
Cool. Go over there, check it out, alexhasopinions.com. Let me know through comments, email, Instagram, any questions you'd like to add to the list of 1,000 questions. Please rate and follow the podcast on all those places that you find podcasts. It helps a lot. And that's it, everyone. Share this with your friends, share this with your enemies. Everyone stay safe. Bye.